the Firebird Club of Canada. We're talking about the big Bandit Run that takes place this Sunday, July 22nd. Head on down to Victoria Park in the morning at 9 a.m. And the event it's running from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're going to be up in Bewdley and all areas around Northumberland County. They're heading up through Baltimore for the big run. And so they are encouraging everyone, if you're not taking part, to at least be on the side of the road and take some incredible photographs. We would be remiss if we didn't thank your sponsors. You already mentioned a couple of them, Taunton Tires. They're providing a brand new set of torque thrust rims. And then, of course, Kawartha TV and Stereo, the largest donation to date for the kids, $600. And that's they're out of Peterborough. Of course, we've got Amsoil, CarQuest, of course, Long and McQuaid, musical instruments. I'm loving the fact that so many of these sponsors are sponsors of us here at Northumberland 89.7 as well. So big shout out. Let's give it up for them, shall we? Yeah, flash the light. There it is. Give it up for them. Lant Insurance, Year One Muscle Car Parts, of course, Rhinos, Hannafin, Sounds Terrific, Thomas Coburg, Performance Improvement on Simcoe Street in Oshawa, Midas, trust the Midas Touch listeners, Ames Performance Engineering, also sponsoring, Carlisle Events, Best Western Hotel in Coburg. Now, the Best Western, I understand, has provided you with 10 rooms?
They did give us a block of 10 rooms. That's been returned back now. We've had that for 3 months. So on June the 10th, I believe, any rooms that were left over, and I haven't been informed whether they were all sold out or not. I know some of the rooms did go, and we could only get them for Sunday night. We couldn't get any for Saturday. Now
Right.
Next year we're going to be getting them for Saturday and Sunday because we've had some of our members have had to book hotels in Bowmanville. So
Sure.
we're going to be changing that next year for sure and helping our members.
Well, also Dent Pro, mobile, paintless, dent repair, quality, reliable, fast service, same day service as well. You can give them a call, listeners, at 905-269-8817. Dent Pro. Hey, you never know, right? I mean, it could be a lot of gravelly roads here locally, man.
I'm telling
Dents.
you, yeah, and I'm telling you, this guy is so good. I've seen his work. I've watched him in doing his work, and all these new cars, they have a process where they actually heat the metal up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And if you have a brand new car and you think it's really badly damaged, like a good dent that you think there's no way that they can fix it, for $120, give this guy a call because he amazed me. He can fix it.
There you go. He's the dent magician.
Yeah, that's what we'll call him.
Staples at 1025 Elgin Street, of course, in West Coburg. That's just down the road from us here, actually, right across the road.
Yeah.
Carlisle Events, Boyer Coburg, and the Home Depot as well. Just some of the great sponsors.
Thomas GMC.
Yeah, we mentioned Thomas,
Yeah.
and let's face it, Thomas Coburg. Also, we got to thank the Coburg Police Service, the Hamilton Township Fire and Rescue, Port Hope Police, the Coburg Fire Department, and of course the OPP. We didn't mention Auto Credit, and we haven't mentioned Summit Racing Equipment yet, but there you go. There's a big shout out to them. Now, one of the interesting things about this is you've got a replica of the police car that was used, and I guess that's going to be chasing behind the Firebirds as they all take off.
I should say that one of the members from our club that had a car very close to it, I believe he has a 1979 or 80, but it's black with the gold bird and everything with the T-roofs. Mm-hmm. He is going to be following, he's going to be right behind the police escort and the fire escort from Hamilton Township, and right behind him will be Ray Price and his son Clayton, who will be portraying Buford T. Justice and his son, and they will be in full uniform. They will also be driving the actual, a replica of the actual Buford T. Justice car from the movie. If listeners remember, he lost his roof in that movie. So
the doors, the roof came off.
Yeah, it was a mess. It was a total. So anyways, we're really happy to have those guys, and they're coming from quite a ways away. So they'll be helping us out a lot as well.
Well, and so many other things that are going to be happening, listeners. I mean, this is a great opportunity. If you're a fan of really great muscle cars, and let's face it, the Firebird was sort of the muscle car of that generation, wasn't it?
It really was. The Firebird and Camaro were both built on the same platform, the F-body platform. The Firebirds, had just a little bit more styling, cost a little bit more money at the time, but basically they're the same car. They went a little bit, wild with the graphics and everything for the Trans Am, but you know what? People loved it, and they still love it, and The movie came out in 1977, and I remember taking my nephew Jeff to see Smokey and the Bandit at the Peterborough Drive-In in 1977,
Wow.
and he still talks about it. Yeah, I would like to mention all the trophies supplied to us are courtesy of Auto Credit Finance and George Solorzano, and without him, this event would not be possible. So I want to make sure I give a good shout out to George and his business, Auto Credit Finance. George he basically just said, whatever you need, let me know, and we'll make sure you get the trophies. So that's about it that I can think of, Dave, that we'd like to talk about, unless you have something.
No, I think we probably pretty much covered it.
I think we covered it.
Again, all you need is a Firebird to register to take part in this. There is a small, nominal fee, but you don't take any of the money, as you mentioned. All the funds raised go to the Children's Wish Foundation.
Yeah, it's a $20 donation right to the Children's Wish Foundation. Now, last I checked on that, when I clicked on the logo just an hour or so ago, we're over $4,000 donated.
$4,200. Now, you had a goal set of $5,000.
Yeah, and we are picking up a cash donation from Dave and staff at Rhino's Roadhouse on Sunday. They've informed me they're waiting with a cash donation, which I will donate directly to the Children's Wish Foundation in their name.
Mm-hmm. Well, still just 3 days and 9 hours to go, listeners, until the Firebird Club of Canada's annual Bandit Run. This is the inaugural run. The goal was to raise $3,000 for the Children's Wish Foundation. They've already exceeded that, and now the goal is set at $5,000. Let's see if we can't double that. We got 3 days left, listeners. We can go from $4,000 to $10,000 really easily. I know it might sound like a hard stretch, but we got a lot of fans of the Smokey and the Bandit right here locally, and this is their very first run. And let's face it, folks, this is a great opportunity to relive some of our youth. I'm glad to say I'm a huge fan of Smokey and the Bandit, always have been. I guess we'll take you out with the legendary Jerry Reed, and one more time with Smokey and the Bandit. And what can I say? Westbound and down, loaded up in trucking. We're gonna do what we can here, listeners. It may not be a truckload of Coors, but it's definitely a truckload of fun. And you'll enjoy this on Sunday. As I say, starts at 9 a.m., goes right through to 6 p.m. There's going to be the big Firebird car show. There's lots of prizes, lots of trophies, and some giveaways for the youngsters as well. So a great opportunity for the family to get together and check out some great old cars. And I got to say, this is back when you could work on your own car. I mean, I'm looking at new cars these days. The engines are in upside down. And
computers.
Things. You can't get your hands in there.
No,
I mean,
that's right.
It's definitely a time when you want to train your small children to work on your car, because they're the only ones who can get their hands in there.
You know what? We work really hard at getting the children involved. You know, when someone becomes a member with our club, we include the entire family as members then, and then the children can order and wear our shirts. The parents can order them for their kids. And you know what? You get the kids interested in cars, and maybe they won't get interested in drugs or other things. So, there's nothing wrong with having a car hobby.
Absolutely not. And you are one of, was it 5 chapters now nationally?
We have 4 chapters in Ontario, or north, east, south, and west. Looking at another one soon to be in the Windsor area. Mm-hmm. And we're in every province now except Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, I believe.
Wow. And you were telling me during the break there, too, that there's a gentleman coming in from Newfoundland.
Yeah.
He's bringing in his car.
We have my East Coast representative, Rick Hickey. He's also the president of the Newfoundland chapter. He's trailering his Firebird all the way from Newfoundland. So I don't think anybody's coming any further away than that.
Well, that's pretty far away. Now, let's talk a little bit, if we can, though, about your wife, Heather, who has given up her time as well. She does a lot of work on the shirts that you provide. If you become a member of the club, you get a shirt.
Yeah, and that's all we do. We the cost of the shirts are $70 with all the patches, but that's your lifetime membership as well. We have no dues, no fees. I don't collect any money from anybody. We get the money for the shirts from the members, and we pay for them. And it's a totally non-profit organization. Like I said, we're all about raising money for kids. We're not about making money for ourselves.
Well, let's hear what Buford T. Justice has to say, listeners. Give me a smoke.
I love this part.
light, gentlemen. Hey, son. Whoops. Tired, boy. Rest yourself. You punks will tuck it out, too. That's an attention getter.
An attention getter. That's it. So you'll have to check it out for yourselves, listeners. Here's Jerry Reed, eastbound and down one more time as we thank Murray for dropping by the studio.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate
Thanks.
you having me.
It was lots of fun, and we'll have you back next year as well when we get the run, maybe a little more advance notice as well. Right now, $4,200 raised. Sorry, is it $4,200? I
Yeah.
just had it in front of me there. $4,205 has been raised. 76 supporters so far. That's $4,205 with just 76 people. We can get double that number and raise double that money in just 3 days and 9 hours as we get ready to head on down to Victoria Park and watch the Firebirds fly.